Hey guys, um, I just got off Adelante's barber club. So this is pretty much what just happened, and pretty much my plans, my future plans as to what's going on, and I want to kind of do like a mini review of the program that I just went through. Um, so basically, today was my test day to see how far along have I come, from my starting point. Um, Today I was able to do 405. I attempted 410, but unfortunately I was not able to do 410. I was just pretty much just burnt already. So I lifted off the ground, but I pretty much couldn't get it past my shin. So I think I would have been able to do it if I would have went with that weight. But I wanted to go with that first milestone first, which is 405. So I'm officially in the 4 plate club. Uh, I'm super excited about it because this was my this was my goal from the beginning, but this was my I would say my hard to reach goal. It was something that I had in mind and I wanted to do it, but it was something that I knew was going to take longer than expected. But due to this program, I was able to hit it on less time. So pretty much how I started. I'm very new, so I mean 405 for most of you, it's pretty much warm up weight. Uh, but for you guys that are just starting to lift, or for beginners, 405 is kind of the milestone. It's almost like the bench press. Once you hit the 2 plate mark, the 225. That's a first milestone. After that, it just goes out from there. Or the squat is 315. That's the first milestone. So um, for me, I just reached it. So I mean, I've been lifting specifically for strength for about 7 months already. It's about to be going 7 months. I started lifting in January, so with squat every day. So one thing about this conjugate method that the Massthetics deadlift only program is that it makes you lift above your 80%. So you're always lifting either at 80%, 70%, 90%, 100, 105%. So you're really, you know, reaching your limit. So one thing that squat every day, and if you are, starting to, begin to, lift, I will definitely suggest squat every day. Reason being is that you're beginning to be comfortable with the uncomfortable. So what happened is that with squat every day, when I first started, I was pretty much maxing out every day on a different variation. I didn't really know what I was doing at that point, but pretty much I was so used to grinding out reps where my max would be, let's say, 315 or 295, and I'm like grinding it out. And to me, it was just normal. It was an everyday thing. So to me, going to the gym and grinding out, it was something that I already was used to. It was a normal day for me. Um, for some that train under that sub-maximal weight, where they're training maybe 60% range or 50% range, they're not used to it. So when they go to do a PR, it's a big jump. It's almost like saying, okay, I'm training with 315 pounds every single day, and then one day you decide to PR and go to 405. That's a big jump. So you're not used to that grind. But in other words, with squat every day, what showed me is that it's just, I'm just comfortable with that grind. So to me, jumping into this program, yeah, it was difficult. It took my body pretty much took a beating on it, but I was able to pull through. And I mean, I did take a deload week, which now I feel great. Nothing hurts. Nothing aches. Um, Sleep still, a little bit of a difficulty because of my son, but I mean, other than that, you know, uh, I made a lot of progress. Compared to how I started. Again, keep in mind that I've only been lifting for about 6 months. Let me lower this up. So, um, with that said, I started with 300. That was my max. That was on January 20 that I attempted to lift 300 pounds. Um, July 28th, which is about 6 months and change. It's going to be 405. So I pretty much increased my deadlift by 105 pounds within a 6 month range. So to me, that's a huge accomplishment. Granted, it's a lot of newbie gains because I just started. So my strength at the end is going to start, being slower. So maybe now, instead of, being 500 in 6 months from now, I probably will be about 450, 435 around there, in 6 months. So, it's not going to be as fast as it is now because, now my body's just kind of adjusting and, and compensating. Food, also, I've been pretty much eating on a surplus. I started my lowest when I was on my cut. My lowest was 183 pounds. Right now I'm on 189. Um, so I did increase 6 pounds, but out of those 6 pounds, according to my app, is and the body fat tester, three of those are lean mass and three of those are fat. So I mean, I guess it comes with the territory, but I am gonna tweak the diet a little bit, so I kind of keep that fat in check. But with that said, Massthetics deadlift only program. It's a real good program if you are in that intermediate level. Again, you're gonna be doing 80 to 90%, and it's a lot of volume if you're not used to it. If you really wanna, get your deadlift up, I highly suggest it. I believe I got that program for like 15 bucks or 20 bucks. I forgot what it was. But anyways, highly suggested. Now what's next? Pretty much today is Friday. So Saturday, Sunday, I'm just going to do some light work, some accessory work, kind of recuperate from this heavy day. And then on Monday I'm gonna begin the Massthetics power system. So the power system, it's still the same thing, 80%, 90%, but what happens is that it's going to incorporate the squat, it's going to incorporate the bench, and it's going to incorporate the deadlift. So my squat right now, I haven't even tested it. My max decreased, so now it's at 295. So my goal is to get it up 315, and my bench right now is at 245. I definitely want to clean up my bench. My bench is definitely my weakest, but hopefully, with this whole system, I should increase my bench either by 255, 265, and then my deadlift, I'm hoping to increase about right now I'm at 405, so I should be doing about 415. Reason is such a low number is because one is an 8-week program, so I don't expect to get huge gains, but minimal gains in terms of that, in terms of my strength. But yeah, so I'm excited about it, and I definitely want to start increasing my overall numbers on the other two lifts. I've been pretty much focused on deadlift. But once I'm done with the power system of Massthetics, I might shoot up for another deadlift only program. I really enjoy deadlift. It's funny because back in the day, it used to be one of my weaknesses, and it used to be one of my kind of exercises that I used to be afraid of because I had herniated discs. Well, I have herniated discs due to an accident that I had, and it's just I always had back pain and all this crazy stuff. And when you go to a chiropractor and when you go to therapy, they tell you, oh, deadlift, don't do that. It's bad for your back. Blah blah blah. Fuck them. Because at the end of the day, you gotta do what you gotta do, and as long as you are doing it safe, and as long as you're applying correct form, you will be fine. And right now my back has been the healthiest that it has ever been. I haven't had back pains like I used to. It's just it has strengthened me overall. So screw him with it. Don't do deadlifts. I will keep doing deadlifts pretty much until I can. And yeah, so I mean that's a big update. This is a thing. This video is taking longer than expected. But I just wanted to give you guys, kind of my future plans, and just kind of give you guys a hint, overview of, what the Massthetics deadlift only program is. Highly suggested. It's amazing. get it if if you really want to increase your deadlift. It's a must. These guys are amazing, and my suggestion is, start getting used to that 80% range, because, once you're able to, test out your max, it's going to be easy for you because you're so used to grinding that it's just, it's a normal thing. It's a normal day for you. It's not, anything crazy. Um, and one last thing, funny thing happened is that before I ended up hitting that 405, I was nervous as shit. I don't know what happened, but I was just, I used to perform back in the day. I used to be a guitarist, and when I had shows or anything like that, I used to get nervous, and I got the same feeling today. It was so funny because, I was like, I was just nervous to even try 405. I'm like, am I gonna get hurt? Am I gonna blow a bicep? It was just like, so I was, just thinking negative that, thank God for Adelante. I mean, this gym is also amazing. The guy literally said, you know what, put whatever music you want. I plugged my iPad, my Galaxy, and I put Nirvana on, and shit, that just went smooth. So, kudos to these guys. If you guys are around the area, hit up Adelante. These guys are amazing. Catch you guys later. If you guys like the video, make sure you guys like and subscribe. See ya.